Live, I'm going to go here to Facebook. Hi, it's Bernie Slavin here. Thanks for joining me on Facebook and YouTube Live. Obviously, last night getting in late for the game, it was too late to do it. You'd have been sleeping. Time I got back was about 11:30. Anyway, thanks as always to sponsors, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Galaxy Blinds, Ultimate Windows, Cornerstone, Ocean Lighting, Dovecot, Advanced Utility Solutions, GRS Insulation, and TGM Cars. So thanks for the support over the years, very much appreciated. It's an outlet for you as fans. It's like a confessional box. Come on, you're allowed to say what you want. As long as you don't swear, say what you want. Nothing's vetted, like radio stations where they vet them. Oh, hello, you can't say that. Or a press conference, oh, you can't say that. You can say what you want, as long as you don't swear. Obviously, we went into last night's game against Norwich at Riverside looking for our first win of the new year at the Riverside at home. The starting 11 was Dieng, Engel, Clark, Van den Berg, McNair and Ayling. So it was us three centre-backs. McGree, Howson, O'Brien and Foz. Laugh up front. On the bench was Glover, Thomas, Dick, Steele, Jones, Beleza, Azaz, Greenwood, Silvera and Gilbert. And we won. What did I think of the game? Well, in opening 30 minutes, I'll be honest, I thought we were second best all over the park. Norwich were in total control for 30 minutes, scored a goal, had a couple of chances. Dieng put off a great save, won the guy rounded the keeper, Dieng, and it went to the byline and he lost control of it. But then bang on the 30th minute, Howson slides in, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Sienz, whatever. Both of them slid in, both of them for me out of control. Anyway, we've got the, he's got his matching orders. Borough then get back in the game, made Norwich look as if there were three men down and instead of one. We had total control. So after 30 minutes not getting a kick and getting bossed and conceding a goal, I thought, oh, here we go again. But a stroke of luck and fortune, whatever, or I did say maybe, I've watched it a few times before I come on here. I think both are out of control. Howson's lucky to get away with it, but hey, that's the way it goes. I mean, if the roles were reversed, the Borough fans would be up in arms, and we definitely would have lost if we lost a man and 1-0 down. But anyway, we kept going, and then I looked at our first two goals, Foz and Laugh, well done to both of them, but both of them are in around the 6-yard box, unmarked. It looked as if Ben Gibson and his teammates were on a backhander. That's how bad the goals looked. And then we ran amok, could have scored more, and then Engel came up, ball came in for the right, he came in back stick, and it was a great finish. Had to keep it low, head over the ball, great finish, and 3 points in the bag. So delighted we're back in track. Back in track for what? Well, back in track that we're now 8 points off the bottom 6, and 10 points off the top 6. So depends on what way you look at it. But it gets us away for that drop zone because I'm still concerned. We need to go on a run of games now. No good winning last night, and if only we could play 10 men every week, we'd probably win the league. I mean, don't forget Sunderland. Sunderland was an evenly balanced game. Then Sunderland get the players sent off. Again, it was, well, some people say it was suspicious and shouldn't have been sent off, but he did. And then we opened up and absolutely run amok, tore up his shreds. And that's what happened last night. But we need to start learning to do it against 11 players for now at the end of the season. What is it, 11 games left? QPR, Birmingham, Leeds. Wow, there's some big games coming up. I'll read these out if possible. If I don't, I'll read them again on Saturday. Obviously, Saturday, I'll be doing the Facebook Live at 6. I'll go back to these. Where are we? Let's see. Can I say what I want? It rhymes with Ian Wright, Leslie. The opening half hour, Leslie, I kind of disagree. We were second best all over the pitch. We were getting done. And the odds are we would have got done if 11 v 11. But that's the luck in it. You need a bit of luck. Good result last night for Enzo. It was a good result. Mohammed says, hello, Bernie. Brilliant win. The sending off changed the game. Well, it did. As I say, it just reminded me, it flashbacks to the Sunderland game. Evenly balanced. Well, no. That was an evenly balanced game, and then we tore them to shreds when the man gets sent off. But last night, for half an hour, we never got a kick. And as I say, I like to think I'm an honest man. Both players slid in, both not in control. I think their lad, to be fair, hit the wee a wee lash out after, a wee bit after, and that's probably getting marching orders, but House never even get booked. Leslie Court says, we will be hammered at QPR. Seen them last night against West Brom. We have zero hope. Leslie, you're the voice of doom. I like your opinion, but dear God, you're like the Grim Reaper. You're like the Antichrist. There must be bats follow you wherever you go. Clouds come over. Aaron McLean, hi Aaron. It was a great one last night. It was, Aaron. The red card won us the game. Yeah, possibly, yeah. They had control of the game until then. I think any Borough fans that's no blinkered would agree with that. I'm sure Carrick was sitting there thinking, dear God, what a stroke of luck that was. I still think Carrick will go back to playing 4 at the back. His system doesn't work. A good manager always finds a way to play with the players he has. I hope he can change his style to suit up the Borough. Well, Aaron, hindsight again, wonderful thing, but when we beat Leicester City a couple of weeks ago, I honestly thought he would stay and keep the 3 centre-backs, because beating the league leaders at the time, which is no mean feat at their place in their own backyard, and doing it convincingly, I thought he would just keep the 3 centre-backs, but he didn't. He changed it the next game, and then he back to the 4, and then he changed it again the following week. Well, continued back to the 4, and then last night, you know, he got a gun at his head thinking, dear God, if we go 2 wins in 10, I'm really under pressure here, which he is, which he was. The red card was for kicking Howson. Howson showed the ref his leg bleeding, and ref had no choice. That's from Badger. Well, we don't know if the blood came from the afterwards or the initial challenge. Maybe a backup player for Jones. That's for Stefan. Aaron McLean, it was a great one last night. Won the game, out of control. I still think Carrick will go back yet. Yeah, I've read that, sorry. Cal Atley, hi Cal. Hi Bernie, mate. I wasn't sure how it was going to fare before kick-off, but somehow we managed to get the much needed 3 points with what matters the most, no matter how we played. I agree. Last night was not about putting on a show and a Hollywood display and scoring Hollywood goals. It wasn't about that. It was about beating opposition by hook or by crook, and getting the result. And we did it. So well done the players. What's this here? Hold on, I'm trying to be fair to the YouTubers. When they scored, it's the first time I called for the coaching staff's head. Not just Carrick, all of them. Our defending has always been poor under Carrick, but goals got us out of the jail last night. Well, the sending off and the goals obviously got us out of jail. Could we have scored 3 against 11? It's open to debate. But the goal that we conceded, I mean, it's hypothetical, it's gone, we won the game, but it was a ball over the top. And don't forget, we're playing 3 centre-backs. And the lads went in, he hit it on the volley, middle of the goal, if you've not seen it, middle of the goal. I think he's just entered the box, and he swung his right leg, totally missed it, fell in a heap to the ground. And while we're recovering, he's lying on the ground and scoops it in with his right foot by the end into the bottom left-hand corner. Excuse me, so it was a poor goal to concede without a doubt. Enzo Riggio says, I nearly washed my hands of them. I do support Man City as my second team. Oh, away, Enzo. You can't go from one extreme to the other. The Kings to the Paupers, away. Yeah, so David Langstaff says, the yellow card was an absolute blessing. It was. Before that, they had their panties down. Yeah, they did. Their pants were at our ankles, you're right. And with them down to 10 men, we didn't look great, but a much needed 3 points up the effing Borough. But David, I don't know how with one man down, how it can have such an effect. Over the years of the history of football, teams that went to 10 and been solid and still create. Excuse me. But Norwich just disintegrated. As I says at the start, Norwich looked as if they were 3 men down. We were getting the ball wide, we were getting it in the box, we were creating chances, we were having shots. Yeah, it was embarrassing from a Norwich point of view, how you can go with just one player down to blown to smithereens. Many teams struggle against 10 men, especially when they have a goal and defend. The red card changed the game, but credit to the Borough turning it around. Definitely, credit to the players. After the early goal, I feared a 4-goal smashing. Capitulation again, thanks for the red card up the Borough. What I will say, and I probably got it wrong, I thought if we conceded an early goal last night, what we did, 17 minutes they scored, the fans never booed. And I was pleased with that. Because if the fans start booing, then the players, irrespective, you know, the card might have not happened, the red card, but if you're booing them then they probably would have just disappeared. A lot of them would think, oh, here they go again. We're only 17 minutes and a goal down and the fans are on my case. But the fans never, they stuck with it. So well done to the fans. Because as I say, you pay hard-earned cash, you're entitled to boo when you want. But I've been on the field, I've been off the field. I get both sides. Fans pay a lot of hard-earned cash. They get frustrated. They don't see, they're not getting reward for the money they're paying. And it's quite easy to get in their cases. But I don't see any value 17, 20 minutes, half an hour, first half, getting on the players' backs. At the end of the game, fine, sure. The obscenities, do what you want, I'm fine with that. But I'm not here to tell you and preach when you boo. You boo when you want, but I can tell you now, as a player, booing 20 minutes, half an hour into a game, it isn't doing any good. Carl Atlas says, man of the match was the referee. He was class for us. I need to sign him as soon as possible. Carl having a wee bit of crack there. Jeff says, referee done us a massive favour. That was never a sending off and totally changed the game in our favour. We were awful. We were awful to sending off. Made a difference having a leader on the pitch in Howson. Howson was terrific. Some will argue he shouldn't be on the pitch, he should have been off as well, but Howson was terrific last night. And that tackle for me is what we need. Somebody to set the tone of the game. I'll tell you what, we ain't sitting back watching you. Here, have that. And he's went right through him. You need that. That sets the tone of the game. And obviously, they knew they were in for it, obviously, when the sending off came. Howson, but we need more like him. We need two quality centre-back. 4 times in the opening 25 minutes, we were beaten by long balls over the top. We were. And one ball over a back three should never happen. It shouldn't happen. Great result last night, Bernie, but let's not get carried away. I don't think anybody's getting carried away. Well, maybe there is. There's obviously Blinkard fans. Still lots of issues to be resolved. We are still not playing well, but nevertheless, credit to the lads. Let's hope we can build. That was from Andrew. Badger says, I think the 3 centre-backs give the fans confidence even when 1-0 down. We've all been crying out for 3 centre-backs, so they did not boo. If a centre-backs, they would get booed if there was 2 centre-backs. And Stefan said, Borough could stay up with important wins, clean sheet defence. Yeah, don't forget, there's a boatload of games still to come. Anything can happen. We're not out of the mire yet. There's more chance of getting relegated than getting promoted, that's for sure. Or in the top 6, rather. Don't kid yourself. Well, okay, if we lose last night, that's 2 and 10. That'd be 2 wins in 10. Don't forget, it's 3 wins in 10. It's still an awful return. Especially against some of the crap we're playing against. I hear people saying that, but we're crap. Yeah, possibly. But we expect, our ambitions are a wee bit higher than some of the other clubs would think, like Rotherham and all that, carry on. But they're appealing that red card, Leslie Coatswell. Appeal, they're not going to get the points back, are they? They're not going to, they could get the guy back playing, but they're not going to get the 3 points. Great game from Howson. Good to have him back, Bernie. It was, Chris. Howson's enthusiastic. He's a leader by example. I don't think he's vocal, but he's a leader by example. And he showed his qualities last night. Gritty, determined, passion. The things that I was crying out for, I put a bit in social network last night saying we need passion, we need balls, we need a bit of steel. Did we get that? Somebody's produced it, but somebody's didn't. But we won the game, so well done to the lads for winning the game. I've been there when you're in a rut and things aren't going your way. And I keep saying it. I sympathise with Carrick and the players as well, because I see players, when players leave and players that you like, either personality-wise or because they're good footballers, and you see them going through the trap door and disappearing. That's destroying. Somebody asked me last night, do you think, is it true that McGree wants away? I said, I don't know. It's the usual stories going about, you know, rumours. And I said, but I'll be honest, and I'm being honest. If I was McGree, with his qualities, international player, played in the World Cup stage, great player last season for us, great since come in, great left foot. I still think he's the best player we've got at the club. If I watched all those players leaving last year and seeing the quality and standard of players coming in, I would want away. I'm being honest. I'm a Borough fan, former Borough player. I would want to leave. I'd be thinking, hold on a minute. We're getting ready. And the other thing is, we start the season with a plan that we're not going to have loan players because we want a solid foundation. So we bring 12 players in, let 14 go. And then on Saturday, going by last night, going back to Saturday, we had 3 loan players in. Do loan players, this is my question, do loan players really, are they really going to put the body in the line to stop a ball, are they going to go in there with a chance of breaking the leg? No, because next year they won't be here. Are they really worried what division we're in? No, because they've got a parent club they're going to go back to. I don't think we'll sign any of them. I'm sure they think within themselves we ain't going to sign any of them. So they're going to put the body in the line. And I tell you what, if I was on a 4-year contract and I see loan players come in and take my place, I'd be thinking, well, where's my future? It frustrates me as well. It's not as if they're setting the head of the light and they're all been brilliant. They've not. I think the biggest mistake of the season was to let Crooks go. Like, that infuriates me. You wind me up. It wasn't the most gifted player, but was a character. And would be good to have around the dressing room when things aren't going well. Andrew, I've said that since his departure. He's the biggest one. Rodgers, for money, quadrupling your money or even more, brilliant business for the football club. Not for Carrick, the team or the fans, but great as a business point of view. And that's what it's about, as a business. But Crooks, and I've said it and I'll say it again if you've just joined for the first time, Crooks, the window closes, you think, and Carrick would have thought, that's it, everything's settled now for the end of the season. No. The MLS come in, Salt Lake City, whatever. We'll get Crooks here, we'll give you peanuts from him. And he's 18 months his contract, by the way, so he's still a Middlesbrough player. And then people at the club, including Michael Carrick, the coach, says, oh, well, his family want to go. Well, what about the 24,000 Middlesbrough family? They're the ones that we should be looking after. No, Crooksy's 4 or 5 year family. I get it as a father and a husband. I get that. You have to your family, but you're 18 months of your contract. So if I was in that squad now, like I'm agreeing, I see, oh, he wants to go for his family, I'd begin and saying, do you know what, I want to go for my family. What's the difference? 18 months of his contract. What about saying, big man, bite the bullet, we'll let you go in the summer, we're still going to break your contract, but off you go in the summer. Just make sure we're okay in this division. I heard he's a character, he's a fun guy, likes a laugh, likes a carry on. You need him in the dressing room. Terry McDermott used to be a Liverpool hard man. I think he was a hard man, he was a good footballer. Under Keegan, I heard he was employed just to make people laugh. Now, I don't think for a minute Woody or Carrick's going to be the fun guys in there. It's going to make everybody laugh. I don't think they're the kind of characters. I might be wrong, but I don't think they are. So Crooksy's, by all accounts, I've heard stories that he's the biggest character, the funniest guy in the dressing room. Whether he's playing or not playing, it's still important to have that sort of a guy run about. But let him go. Ludicrous. As I say, it's called gambling, and for all we got for Crooksy, what do we get? $1 million. Peanuts in the modern game. Where's Sonny Finch? Is he in the reserves? I don't know the answer to that. I don't really look at the reserves. I've got enough problems looking at the first team. Fry would put his body in the line for sure. Those kind of players for Chris Anderson. Well, yeah, I was asking about Fry last night. Where is he? And he's obviously injured, but yeah, Fry's a local lad. Chris Fry has not put his body in the line since he nearly lost an eye. So Dale Fry, obviously, is Chris Fry. This is for Badger. He is Casper the Ghost. Everything goes through him. So obviously disagreement there. Great game. Howson, good to have him back. Colin, hiya Colin. Colin Fry. Get out of jail card. Them getting the player sent off. Blessed us. Bossed us till then that they did. I'm supporting Man City now. Oh, away. Dave Saunders says, in fairness, Bernie, it's very difficult to beat 10 men. The team's fine, but the Borough found a way. I cannot understand why Norwich sat back like they did, but I'm glad they did. Top 6, here we come. Smiley face, of course. Yeah, look, there is teams that go to 10 and they box it up and they hit you in the break and still got to go and keep it tight. But they just capitulated. They were garbage with 10 men. But so was Sunderland. With Mugger, my mate. Garbage. We tortured them. I say, if we played 10 men against 10 men every week and we'd 11, I think we'd be top of the league. We'd be promoted now. Just sent a striker out on loan for a month. Not seen him in the team. So we sent a striker out on loan, not seen him in the team. But Rodgers has played for, he's been in the Villa side. Don't know if it's off the bench, but he has played a couple of bit pieces. Kavanagh, I think, scored. Is he Bradford? He scored the other week. So I'm told. Tony Guest says, fans saying it wasn't a sending off. All that matters is the ref thought it was. I agree, Tony. Totally agree. That's the lottery draw. I watched the Celtic game last week. There was 3 major decisions by the referee, and I'm not biased in any way, shape or form. It's Middlesbrough, Celtic, my boyhood heroes. No, I watched it. Celtic penalty wasn't a penalty. The sending off for the foot was really high. I think he cut to his face. That is dangerous play. Could get a yellow, but a red, can't argue. And then the Celtic player jumps up. He's looking to the left. The ball hits his arm on the right, and he gives a penalty. What are you on about? You can't see the ball. You need the elevation, and it hits his arm. And it's just. But I see it all the time in England. This VR crap. So Tony Guest is saying the fans, yeah, lots of decisions, good or bad, change games. And for once, it changed in our favour. We've had a bit of rubber green in certain games over the season. Carl said, by then, haha. Well, John says, red card changed the game. Everybody's agreeing with that. Prior to this, I expected to be a long night with how Norwich had set up. For me, I think Engel is like a prime Frank Quadru. Engel was good last night, gives 100%, able to create chances going forward, and he always comes in that back post. Don't forget, he's playing wing back last night. He can afford to really drive forward. But when the ball's on the right, as a wing back or a winger, you're meant to ghost into that back post every time, left or right. So if Engel's going down the left, Ayling is meant to come in back stick. I don't think he'd done that, but that's what he's meant to do. Yeah, it works. And able to create chances going forward, but does sometimes lack concentration when wayward passing. Great 3 points, need to build on Saturday. Yeah, no good win last night. Don't forget, it's our first home. Don't go overboard. It's the first one of the new year, but it's a good one. How important is vocal on the field leadership? This is asking me for John. Howson leads by example, but sometimes they seem to need a rollicking from a captain. Do you agree? John, if you watch me regular, without a doubt. As I say, I played. Gary Hamilton, 5'0", Scottish, get back you lazy Scottish, and he would give me that, and I would shout, you little fat, and we'd have it out, and then somebody else would say something to another player. But it's healthy. But you need leaders and guys that's going to, if you're not motivating yourself or you're having a bad time, they're going to get in your case and they're going to make you play or deliver the goods. QPR next hope, Borough show what they're made of. A game of hope. Borough will win at least 1-0, if not a draw. It's fine. That's with Stefan. Stefan, don't forget, we were raving about beating Leicester, and rightly so. Queen's Park Rangers beat Leicester, and they were in the bottom 3. So, we as Borough fans cannot go and cherry pick, we'll beat them and we'll win there, and we can't do it. The worst team in the division, who's still the worst team, who are more or less relegated, Rotherham, we got 1 point out of 6 against the worst team in the division. So we're not in any position to say, we're going to beat that one and beat this one. But we're going in blind at the minute. We don't really know what we're doing. A win is a win. Might breed a bit of confidence for QPR game. Well, Timmy, I think we have to keep the same formation. Keep the same team as last night. Fine. Cool with that. And let it roll and try and get into a bit of consistency with who's in the team, the starting lineup, and let them try and go on the run. They say this hitty-missy inconsistency, it drives you crackers. There wasn't a lot of fanning about at the back last night. Well, there was when they went a man down, but beforehand there wasn't. A lot of long balls. Only one because they had 10 men, but doesn't matter. 3 points are all that matters. Howson was really good, and this is for Francis Pape. But can't understand why he keeps taking McGree off. Yeah, McGree came off again at 3 games in a bounce. I still remember losing to Chester City at home in 1986 when they were bottom. Can't take anyone for granted. That was probably part of that. Yeah, you're right. You can't. We cannot go out with a swagger thinking we'll just turn up and we'll beat them because of the league position. Who are we to do that? Should Belazer start Queen's Park Rangers? Stephen? No. After last night? No. Keep the same team. Why did you change the team for last night? Was it sending off, Bernie? I'll come back to you in a minute. Chris Andrews said the point being he's a local lad. He cares. Fry cares. The loans won't put in as much effort. No. Look, Ayling, I think that's his style. Putting a full whack, but is he going to put his body in line and possibly get a bad injury, knowing that he won't be here next season and the other players won't? No. Was it sending off? Amy, I'll be honest, I looked at it 3-4 times before I come on here. I think both players are out of control when they're sliding. Howson's foot is up, the other lad's foot is up. They collide. The lad does have a wee bite because he obviously reckons that Howson's done him more than he's returned it, and maybe that's what the referee's seen. But if it was the shoe on the other foot, I think the Middlesbrough fans would have been distraught, especially on the night like last night. So that can happen. Don't let it carried away. That can happen to us on Saturday. We might go in a similar challenge and meet us. So, but it did change the course of the game because we were second best. We were in total control. They were in cruise control. Almost not was now, Bernie, and it was so good to see Isaiah Jones on the bench. That's for Terry, the Borough fan, or the Borough boy, Robson. Good to see. Obviously, we've got somebody else called Jones in it, but yeah, Isaiah Jones was definitely on the bench. He's an outlet, gives you a bit of pace, gives you width, can create. You know, some people still get frustrated with his style, and I get that. But yeah, we've missed him since he's been out. I think we have turned the corner Bernal way. I predict we will now go on a 10-game unbeaten run, by goodness, and sneak into the playoffs on the last game of the season. Get your Wembley. Hold on, get your Wembley what? Get your Wembley hotels. But Andrew, man, you want to stop taking the illegal substances, whatever they are, whether it's a plant or... You're winding me up, Andrew. 10-game unbeaten run. Oh, wait, when was the last time we did that? When was the last time we did that? Do your homework and let us know before the end. If Carrick again changes formation back to 2 centre-backs and we get walloped, where does that leave Carrick? Badger. And Chris says, they won the playoffs, Norwich maybe, we will win, we will finish 12th. I think we'll finish mid-table. Says that for 5-6 months. Great to have Howson back last night for Andrew, but we are lacking leaders within the squad. Engel was my man of match. Yeah, Engel played very well, as did Johnny Howson. I'm having a Palmer tomorrow night. Oh, Leslie, you want I'm in a diet. I went on the scales last week and I put on a stone and I walk and I jog and I do boxing training. I'm not buying any, it's muscle. No, it isn't. It's just because I was eating stuff that probably shouldn't be. Chris at 2 a.m. while I'm painting, or loads of bread and yeah. So, hey, your body's a temple. Yours is ruins, Leslie. I've seen you. What is it you have to say now? Instead of fat people, you can't say fat. Certain people say you can't say fat. Of course you can say fat. If you're fat, you're fat. You can't hide it, can you? Something obese, they call it. It's even more a downgrading name than fat. Can't remember what it is. Maybe my fat mate's watching will tell me. Something obese. I thought Clark was as good as anyone. He never gets credit. Stephen says illegal substances. Yeah, you know what, a plant or something. You know what, it's legal in certain parts of the world, like Amsterdam and that. Maybe a bit of space cake. You might have been on a space cake. Maybe you've been to Amsterdam. So one of the Borough fans says, and I'm sure he's winding me up. He can't be real, unless he's on the space cake for Amsterdam. That we're going to go the next 10 games unbeaten. We're going to end up in the playoffs. Do you believe that? If you believe that, you must have been to Amsterdam with that lad. Phil says, not sure I can see a core to the team for next season, which is concerning. Yeah, that should be the focus now. Yeah, people have been saying to me, do you think he'll be moving to summer? Well, one that's definitely going to go is Paddy McNair. We never get rid of him in January. His contract's up at the end of the season. I'm led to believe he's the biggest earner at the club. Head like a wheelie bin, somebody says. I hope you're not talking to me. Yeah, so Paddy will be off for sure. McGree, I think McGree will be gone. And then there'll be, I think Big Coburn will be gone. Who's coming in? Don't know. But that's who I would say gone. But don't forget, Michael Carrick a couple of weeks ago says we're not looking for a lot of players to come in. Or we're not expecting players, or we don't need them, or whatever. There was something that Carrick said and I thought, you're winding me up. Are you winding us up? Maybe it's, I don't know why he was saying that. I don't know why he would say that. I mean, somebody says to me today, Bernie, we've got 11 games left. Our season's over. We're not going up, we're not going down. Season's over, so do we get discount? I guess, so there's 11 games left. No point in going now. I paid for a season ticket. Do we get a discount for the 11 games remaining? Because there's nothing to play for. I'm afraid you don't. Peter says, it's Pete, the Bricky, Mark Proctor's friend. Hello, Peter the Bricky. The first 30 minutes, it was one-way traffic. It looked like we were on a hiding to nothing till the sending off. Sat back too deep with no outlet and need Jones back. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Oh no, Paddy is versatile, can play anywhere. He served as well. He has served as well. I'm a Paddy McNair fan. I watch it. Don't forget, he's an international with Northern Ireland. He's been in and out of this team. He's been dropped, he's been subbed, he's been booed. He's still a very good professional, Paddy. I cannot watch Carrick's press conference anymore. He's clearly lying his pants off. A lot of talk about pants tonight, off game, after game is boring. I don't listen to after match comments for Carrick or the players. It's just like most clubs, it's bull and spin and propaganda. It's just what the fed lines, what to say. I don't get it. I mean, in my day it was the same. I never abided by it, but the majority of players did. You know, just go easy, watch what you're saying, don't say this. You know, if I want to interview a player, I can't. If you were a player now, a modern player with any club, and I came to you and I knew you, and I says, can I do a podcast with you, big man or wee man or fatty or whatever? You need to go through the club. No, but I know you. You're my pal. No, you need to go through the club. It's like total. You're not allowed to say anything without somebody sanctioning it. I don't get that. I really don't. It's almost insulting to the fans. We are not that stupid, Bernie. I know you're not stupid. Hey, fans are not stupid. Fans are not stupid. Well, maybe some are. But, yeah, a lot of them know the gig. Beleza got booed by sections of the crowd, Bernie, when he came on. See that, Adam, Beleza, this is his first season with us. He came from Rotherham, 900 grand. 900 grand, come on. Like a laugh cost 5 million. He scored 6 goals, that's nearly £1 million a goal. He came for 5 million. Beleza's 900 grand, peanuts. And he came to a bad team. If he played last year, the whole season, he would be doing very well. I think he's a left pegger. Left-footed players are rare. Right-footers are 10 a penny. Left-footers are at hen's teeth, even in the modern game. You go and coach 100 kids, there'll be 96 right-footers and 4 left-footers. So it's good to have left-footed players. But, yeah, I get it. Beleza's not set the head of the light. But booing, when you come off the bench, the last guy I seen come off the bench booing was Conley. I mean, the lad Conley. Well, he was overweight. Talking about fives, he was overweight. How many times did we struggle against 10, but we hammered them after that sending off last night? It was men against boys. Michael McCluskey. It's a long time since we've said we're the men against the boys. Before, though, chasing shadows, we were, Michael. But then they were chasing, as I say, Norwich, to be 1-0 up, go a man down, fair enough. They didn't know how to cope with it. Like to laugh. Might, I don't know. We need to give Carrick the players he needs for his formation, or get another coach in who will get the best out of this team. Be Badger. You know, I honestly believe if I don't believe last night if we were even beaten that any pressure was on Carrick. But if that was Wilder or Warnock in charge, I think they'll get the matching orders if we get beat last night. Like to laugh might be better on the wing. Doesn't seem like a natural goal scorer. I don't think he's got a background of loads of goals, so I don't think he's a natural. I can see when he's going through, his touch is heavy, he's rash, he lashes at things. Composure, lacks composure, likes to lash. Like he lashes, should be called. He lashes at things. But he's very quick. I mean, Carrick complimented him the other day, saying he was fast, he was, very fast, work rate good, this. But the thing he was missing was goals. We don't spend £5 million and somebody can't score a few goals, double figures. We're in March. Before we know it, the season will be over. Loan players are pointless. All loan deals should have with the option to buy. Well, a lot of them are, but sometimes we don't have the money to buy them. Would love that Norwich forward. Sargent, is that how you spell his name? Yeah, he scared me to death last night. He did that first half hour. Thomas is useless. Again, Thomas, let's be honest, Thomas is in loan, but Thomas has only played a few games and he's came to a bad team. How about Chris Wood, Bernie? Don't really know enough about Chris Wood. When you say Chris Wood, I thought it was Woods. I thought you were talking about the goalkeeper. He's retired years ago. Crouch was on another podcast recently saying he asked for a move in the summer. Yeah, but Colin, if you let every player ask for a transfer, you'd end up with a five-a-side team. When you're not playing, you're frustrated. When you're getting the cold shoulder off the manager or the coach, you're peeved off. You want to leave. You want to go and keep playing football and earn a few quid. So Crooksy, he's got 18 months his contract. He agreed to sign it. So we could have held him to it. But we've bowed. Okay, Crooksy, forget the 24,000 Middlesbrough family. We'll let you go because you've got 3 a family or whatever he's got. Good luck to Crooksy. But I think it's more important for us to keep him to the end of the season. But we've probably thought, get £1 million, another couple of quid in the bank. We'll stay up. We're gambling to a degree. I bet you the old bums were twitching last night after the first half hour. All the guys that's gambling and sanctioning saying, oh, let him go. I bet they were twitching last night. When you were playing, did you react more to a captain that led by example or give your vocals and a bollocking? I'll be honest, it was the bollocking that got me fired up because I would want to give them it back and that would wake me up as well. You know, I used to go in, say it was John Henry in the right wing and Henry would be going, Rogan, I've not got the ball. And I say, not you, when you get the ball, what are we getting it to me? So we'd have a ding dong in there, but it's healthy. Henry would give me it back, I'd give him it, and then that wakes him up, wakes me up, wakes the team up. Yeah, as I say, so yeah, the vocal thing woke me up more than a leader by example. Yeah, crunching title's good, but that sets the tone of the game. That does lift guys as well. I always remember Middlesbrough played Arsenal, I think it was a semi-final, I don't know, it was League Cup, FA Cup, and I was doing a bit for Sky on this gantry thing and before the game, and I said, you know, we need somebody to set the tone of the game. And Dean Windass smashed into Vieira. Vieira, great player, but tough nut and all. And he wiped him out, and we were great that first half. And then second half, Vieira returned the compliment, and then Arsenal beat us. But that's what you need to do, to try and get involved in the game, to let them know we ain't watching you fanning about and passing the ball at your leisure. We're in amongst you, and Howson did set the tone for that. Took him half an hour to rattle somebody, but he rattled him good and proper and even got him sent off. Thomas Glover believes that Greenwood should be removed from the squad from now to the end of the season. Phil Batch. Greenwood, Ayling, Thomas, O'Brien, McNair, Howson, Hackney, Vanderberg, all gone next season. So another massive change in personnel. Madness. Well, it's hypothetical. You're guessing that. Greenwood, Ayling, Thomas for me will definitely be gone. O'Brien, yeah, he'll be gone. McNair, gone. Howson, well, Howson's got a choice, hasn't he? Did Howson not say he wants to stay? Hackney, if anybody comes in, he'll be gone. Vanderberg, 19, must be attracting top teams. You might not be far wrong. But again, as I say, we're all guessing at the minute. That's the name of the game. Having an opinion, having a bit of guess, having a bit of crack. He is in 20. He is a 20-old when Dagenham and Redbridge for a month's loan. So Michael Hazel Hurst says he is 20 years old when Dagenham Redbridge for a month loan. You don't put the name here. I've lost my train of thought as to the previous texts. Never know, a side like us, Engel looked decent and Paddy was okay at right back. Never a right centre backs. It's never a sending off, but I don't really care, to be honest. We have had crap decisions against us. That's exactly Dean. We'll take them when we're giving them. We're going to take them. Surprised if we don't get any. Surprised we don't get any Man United kids. Next year, surprised we haven't already with Carrick's connections. But who knows? Carrick may have recommended some, and Mr. Scott has went. No, don't fancy him. Listen, that's one of the things I'd say. Carrick, Man United for 10, 12 years, whatever, did a bit of coaching, even took over managership for a month or whatever, a couple of games. Top player, knows Man United inside out, knows loads of players, loads of coaches, and we've never had a Man United player. Well, that in itself tells you that Carrick's not in control. For sure he must see some quality young kids in that Man United squad and surplus to requirement for the first team. He must know them, he must see them. But it goes on how much. I bet you without a doubt. I bet you without a doubt that Carrick's gave up more than a few Man United players then, but the guys that's in charge of the purse strings just went, how much? We're not paying that. And don't forget, if they're on 60 grand a week, they'd have to come here, we'd have to pay 30 it. That's how clubs agree. Oh, you go on loan, apply your trade, but you need to pay half the money. Maybe we're thinking, that's probably what's happening. I'm sure Carrick must have. I wouldn't be at a club 10, 12 years and no look at guys I know and the coaches in there and no try and tap a few players to come up here. Yeah, and but that's the modern game. That's the modern game. Keep saying it. People still don't get it. Coaches like Carrick are not in control. Tony Mowbray, not in control at Sunderland. He's in control when he's back in the touchline. He'll be in control because he is the boss at Birmingham. But he wasn't the boss at Sunderland. And the majority of them in the country are not bosses. You're bossed. The coaches are bossed. Years ago, the boss was the boss, not now. Before red card, nowhere near him. Smoggy Robbo, that's what everybody says. I think everybody that's on here are on saying exactly what we think and what we see myself. We play with 10 men every week. Blazers pick, we play with 10 men every week when Blazers picked. That's how teams find it easy to play against us. So you haven't got Blazer. Lad I was sitting to last night, Big Cal, he was saying Ayling. He was saying he's better than Ayling. I never seen Cal playing, but he was fuming over Ayling. Look, Ayling, I think is 110%, man. I don't think he hides. Do I think he's a great player? No. Do I think he creates things even as the right wing back? No. Yeah. If I'm up front, I look at Ayling and think, he ain't going to get me a cross in or create a goal for me. If I look at Engel, I think, yeah, he might do. Might get a ball in, maybe score a goal, which he did last night. Sometimes it feels like top brass have resigned Borough to being a championship team. Stephen, that might be the remit. That might be the remit. I heard Tony Mowbray's remit last year was at Sunderland was 12th. And Mugger probably embarrassed him. We finished in the top 6 and in the playoffs. And by the way, anybody that thinks we're for the good season, no. Let's put it in perspective. We're now level with Sunderland. That can't be good. Sunderland. They've let every Tom Dick, well, we've let players go as well. They've let everybody go as well. Centre forward, centre backs. QPR will be tough. Without a doubt, Smoggy Robbo, without a doubt. The ball over the top, our defence which led to the goal was abysmal. It was. 3 centre backs. 1 ball over the top. The lad gets in front, swings it, tries to hit it while it's in flight with the right foot volley, miskicks it, falls in a heap. The time we react, he hooks it with his right foot past the end. Yeah, it was an embarrassing goal. But we were not really known for keeping clean sheets. My Castles and QPR scored 2 or more goals in. Very confident. QPR battered West Brom last night and missed the penalty. I didn't know that. 25 shots QPR had last night. West Brom a better team at the moment. Been timed at Borough and thinking 4, but my bet's 2+. What's this? Weird game last night. Lucky turn for us in regards to the red card. Needed that, especially at home. Yeah, you need a wee rub of the green sometime. Wee bit of luck. And we got it last night, without a doubt. Ayling and Dick Steele does not make sense to me. Ayling over Dick Steele. Do you know what, Badger? I agree with you. I'm looking at Dick Steele. He looks leaner, meaner, faster, more forward thinking. I know his job is to defend as well. I'd like to see Dick Steele getting a run for now at the end of the season. But you don't know. Ayling might have signed for late on loan, saying and stipulating that he has to play every game when fit. You know, that's been questioned in the past, isn't it, with players. We need proper strikers in summer, even take a chance in the lower league. I agree with that as well, Chris. Keith Short said, playing 5 at the back at home is embarrassing. Was we playing Chelsea again or Summit? Good to get 3 points, but the formation from the start baffles me. Well, Keith, when we didn't mirror image it after beating Leicester, 3 centre-backs, the 3 centre-backs, people have this stigma that 3 centre-backs and wing-backs is a negative formation. It's not. If your wing-backs are doing the role and the job asked of them, balling forward, getting balls galore in the box, it could be, and one of the centre-halves, you know, ghosting in there, it can be really positive. So, yeah, I watched 5 at the back under Warner and Wilder and Karanka. Boring. Carrick came in, ripped that up last year, best football ever. But this year, we've hit a patch. Well, we've been inconsistent. We've went for good, bad, indifferent. Beaten against utter dross. Beaten the better teams. It's been a mad season. But I would hope that he goes to Queen's Park Rangers, keeps it the same formation, same team, and try and let them roll with a few games and get a bit of confidence. Don't forget, I keep going on. Last season, when Carrick came in, breath of fresh air. We're playing total football, same team, players in the rightful positions. This season, we've been all over the shop. Injuries, loss of form, sending offs, formation-wise, everything's changed. And I think that's difficult. It's all right if you're Man City, you've got 20, 30 international class superstars. Fourth best finish at the club. Oh, Colin, no wonder you put a smiley face away, Colin. You could have put that in last night. I don't see any evidence. Those that say that are dreaming. Unless you go to training, I've not seen it. I watch every Borough game. I've watched Fozzie's movement since he arrived. He scored a wonder goal a few weeks ago, scored last night. It was poor defending, good finish, yes. Fox in the box type goal, but how many of them does he get? No, I don't buy in it. Put it this way, we've no best finishers at the club. If we had the best finisher, we'd have at least double figures now, and nobody has. Tommy Walker. I thought it was Johnny Walker, the whiskey. Stick with 5-3-2 until the end of the season. I remember the great, yeah, well, that's your opinion, Tommy, and what am I not? The late great Brian Clough said, and he's a guy you have to respect, 2 European Cups with Forest, won the league title with Derby, the old First Division, the equivalent of the Premier. Absolute legend of Middlesbrough, goal scorer supreme. Brian Clough, the late great Brian Clough says, it's not about formation, it's about players. If you do players, you can play any formation. And I agree with that. You can play any formation if you're good players, intelligent players. You can play any from the most attacking formation, but if you've not got a goal scorer, you're not going to score a lot of goals. Last 10 games, unbeaten run. I took a right a promotion campaign, no chance. I'm glad I read that, no chance in smiley faces, Lee. I thought you had been over in Amsterdam as well. Schoolboy defending, Samuel. Where are we? Billy Bunter. Yeah, that's you, Leslie. Billy Bunter after the Mail Night, son. You'll be rolling out of there. Got my tickets for the 3rd of May. Get there, Bernards. So Nathan obviously is referring to the legends, the original legends that started the Three Legends show many years back. Myself, Eric Gates, Mark McDonald. Between us, we played something like 1,600 professional games. We all get international recognition and we scored over 600 goals. Well, Malcolm and Eric and Malcolm fell out, I think it was it 17 years? Gatesy gets sacked. Malcolm come under a bit of stick. Both were doing the rounds in clubs and pubs, talking about what happened and how it happened, and a lot of rumours flying about. I still got asked to say what happened. Well, if you want to know what happened, Dortmund's 3rd of May. You can order a £25 a ticket. They're going very well. Don't forget it's not in May. But £25 a head. Martin, Mickey, Marcel. I keep saying Mickey because it's Mickey Hospital, but Mickey came in after Gatesy. Eric Gates, Mark McDonald, myself, the original 3 legends. We're in the Dortmunds, 3rd of May, £25 a ticket, and it'll be a lively event. I'm glad I go boxing training because there might be a bit of boxing. I need to hold them back. No, seriously, they've not spoken to each other. They fell out big time. I got in touch with both of them. Somebody asked me, why don't you get legends? I got in touch with both of them. My gut was that neither was going to agree. Both agreed, which was delighted with. So there'll be a heated thing. Don't forget, these guys have got egos and opinions. And if you're PC correct, please don't buy a ticket, because you'll only be moaning and groaning and you want us all arrested for saying something at a sign. It won't be a PC evening. We'll be saying from the gut what we believe in, 10 minutes, what we think. We're not out to please, we're out to give our honest opinions. And yeah, it'll be, we'll say our bit, and then the people in there can start asking questions, and we'll be open and honest and nothing to hide. We're not protecting any jobs, like a lot of people out there who believe one thing but say another to protect a job. Hello Bernie, why do we continue to be second best again, like we were last night until the sending off? Enjoyed watching the last 60 minutes though. Paul, as I says at the top of this, if we play 10 men every week, we'd be top of the league. Again, Sunderland, magnificent last night, but it looked as if they were 3-4 players down. That's how good we were. It's incredible. If we get any relegation scrap, it's going to be hard to get out of, especially injuries. Not short of depth in the squad. What do you reckon, Bernie? Oh, listen, 10 points off the top 6. 10 points off the top 6. 8 points off the bottom 6. So we've still got a bit to do. There's a lot of games there to try and push up more. I've said for months we ain't going to make top 6. Mark McDonald used to carry a lot of teams he played for. That's why his legs were so bandy. Yeah, he'd been no good at keeping pigs out of passageways. He had bandy legs like that, bow-legged. You're allowed to say bow? I'm saying bow-legged. Yeah, but Mark was some striker. Whether you like him or not, I like Newcastle or Arsenal or not, Mark McDonald, I've seen clips of him on YouTube and things. Strong as an ox, fast as a greyhound, a whippet, a gazelle. He was super quick, strong, fearless, and scored goals. I've not even read any of these, apologies. I would never boo my Borough Catherine. Everybody's different, Catherine. I get the frustrations. When I was a boy, I would probably boo players as well. I look back and reflect and think, end of the game, yeah, but during the game, I don't see any benefits. The boys are having a bad time and you're booing. I mean, I sit there, I could stand up and boo, but I wouldn't do that. Because I know it's not the right thing to do. At the end of the game, you maybe have garbage a night, you're going to say that, but yeah. It doesn't help anything. But again, you're entitled to do it. You just got mentioned on TNT Sports, sorry. You just got mentioned in TNT Sports. Akpom, the best striker at Borough since Ravenelli and Ballyslevin. Oh, come on. You can't put Rav and Akpom with me. You're winding this up. I know you're looking to pat me in the back, but come on. I was there 8 years. 147 goals. Those two lads scored 29 and 30. Come on. They were here. They were fly-by-nights. No, Akpom and Rav. Met both of them, interviewed both of them, two great lads, two different characters. Rav was obviously in your face, the celebration. Akpom was a wee bit more, a wee bit calmer and calculated. Somebody's saying Akpom will be back in England in the summer. I don't think he'll be back at Borough. Beleza isn't left-footed. He's both freaking kicked with both. Some are right-footed. Some people used to say Maradona's no left-footed. He went by 6 England players with his left foot. Defo Ballyslevin scored in every division for us. Chris saying Defo Ballyslevin scored. I did score in every division. I scored in the first. I scored in the third, the second, the first. I don't think I played in the fourth with Middlesbrough. I did with probably Darlington, scored there. So I scored in every division. Scored in the Premier League, scored in the first division, yeah. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about the Borough and winning last night. Back in track, can we keep it going? Do you think we will invest big in the squad in the summer? Or a window of loans and wheeling and dealing? I thought he says Willie Bins. Andy McCardle. Be honest, I don't know the answer. My gut, I don't think we'll spend a lot of money. I think it'll be similar to last season. Bringing in players we don't really know. Polish them up, sell them. Rodgers is a prime example. Bring him in 6 months later, age 21. We're building for the future, but hey, we'll let this one go for 12, 14 million. Happy days. So yeah, I think that's where we are. That is what we've always been a selling club ever since I arrived, and probably before that. Well, I know it is because I spoke to managers of the past. But we've always been a selling club. That's just part and parcel of the game. It's a business. We as a fan want the best, but the chairman has to look after the football club first and foremost. That is the business. We're just looking at the team and looking at it from a football point of view, and rightly so, that's what we do as fans. But they have to have their business heads on, and they know all the things that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know. So they have to protect things. As I keep saying, I don't think Steve Gibson for 1 minute wakes up and goes, right, how do I piss the fans off? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bump the prices up. We'll do this. We'll bring that closer. I don't think he does that. He's the businessman that looks for the business point of view, knows what's going on, knows what's needed, and he does his bit. And you as a fan, you do your bit for your family. That's it. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. The only thing I would probably question is we're 7th highest season tickets in the country. That's what I've been told from good authority, and I find that baffling, if I'm honest. I still remember beating Arsenal 4-1 and 3-1 in the same week in 1977, a cup game and league games, can't remember that. Talk Sport it should be called. Somebody says Talk Sport it should be called Talk yeah, I get that. So that's my answer back to you, Andy. Like last showed composure last night when he scored. Colin, composure. But is it Ben Gibson and his teammates must have had the backhander? He was in the 6-yard box, everything went still. It was just somebody pressed a button and everybody paused. And Letty Laugh found himself in the 6-yard box with nobody near him. Some people behind me were saying, is he offside? And he just tapped it in. It was incredible. I don't know where he went. Well done, Letty Laugh. He ghosted in there, but how he got away with it? Baffling. Craig Dale says, that Smodics, the striker from Blackburn, is scoring all the time. Let's go for him. Why would he leave Blackburn to come to us, Craig? I'm being honest now. Why would he do that? You say building and sand, it doesn't matter if the loan are paid for, we sell them with 4 years left or 18 months like Crook, so we will never move forward because we sell any asset we have. So if a loan or 4-year contract make no difference. Do you know what, Leslie? That's the first decent thing I've read for you for a wee while. That's fair comment. Fair comment. I've always said over the years, foundations made of sand. We bring in these loan players, they do the business, we give them a platform, the window to show their talents, and then the bigger clubs come and snap them up and we have no control. See you later. And the parent club gets the money. And we lose it every time. But that's well put, Leslie. You're right. We're still building the sand. We're still bringing in loans. We're letting players go 6 months into their contract. We let Crooksy go because he wants to go. So, yeah, you're right. We need a solid foundation where we go, right, this squad for this coming season is going to be here. We're going to try and keep it as tight as possible. Keep it. We're not going to try and cash in anybody. We really want to do the biz and get promotion. Now, when was the last time that happened? I'm probably turning into a fantasist. Said it the other week, 100%. Andy says, I said it when he signed, he couldn't do it in Serie C and Serie A or Serie B. Letty Laugh, not the answer. 5 million panic buy to appease the fans. Wasted my eyes. Bring back Piero. Colin, the smiley face. Colin, you're winding me up. Where is he? Where's Hot? Where's Piero? At about 6-7 million. What was surprising was how a dominant Norwich simply collapsed once down to 10 men. Similar to Sunderland game when they had a man sent off. David, you must have just joined us. That says at the top of the place. It just reminded me of the Sunderland game. I'm thinking, Sunderland were matching us that day. And then they get a player sent off just before half time. Rightly or wrongly. Last night. And then they just capitulated. We battered them. We scored 4. We played magnificent. And last night was a mirror image of that. Incredible. Last week, Liza says, yeah, I swear it's Hot. I managed to track him down, working in the back room of Pitchy's Pie Shop. Well, that must be true because you're in there every day. Carrick 100% isn't in control. The loans we'll get in summer will be subpar because we're skint. What does I say? I don't know the finances. I never get involved in that. I can't talk about things I don't know anything about. I know how clubs operate, as in players coming and going and directors of football. I know all that. But when it comes to the finance, I've not got a clue. Tommy Walker says, Alien's cross for Ingles' goal last night was class. Yeah, okay. It was a great ball, but hey, I tell you what, great finish. It was a great finish. Controlled, knew where he was putting it, hit it with power, accuracy. It was a smashing finish. Lawrence, this is for Russell Willis. Lawrence Shankland smashing goals in, get checked out, Gibbo. Ticket prices rising, investment dwindling. If we don't invest in the squad in the summer, it will be a long, hard season. Strength in depth is dire. Sorry, Bernie, got to go to pick daughter up and train. Your daughter's more important than me, Stephen. Cheers. I'm nearly finished anyway. I've got a minute, but I'll read a few more out. And sorry for not reading these. I'll read them out on Saturday. Dick Zasterley, never mind Dick Steele. Remember Dick Zasterley? Remember the Wacket races? Penelope pit stop. Who was they two guys with the long hair in the clubs? Dick Zasterley and Mutley, yeah, they were the two. Oh, that was great, that, wasn't it? Andy McCarroll says, we don't have a good striker. Well, I think that's quite clear and evident. We knew we needed one, that's clear and evident. The fans know, yeah. The pundits know, yeah. Surely the top brass know. Know it. But top strikers cost money. Do we have it? Does it look like it? Well, yeah. you put 2 and 2 together, I think you do get 4 rather than 5. You must think, well, we've not got the money to invest. Don't forget, Steve Gibson is a millionaire, not a billionaire. He just can't go out and squander money. He's done that for years. I keep saying it. He's squandered. He's listened to other people probably saying, what about him, and can we get that for that? And says, yeah, sanctioned it, get him, get Justed, get Bamford back a second time. And he's probably thought, do you know what? I ain't doing it now. I ain't doing it. Spending money in garbage. Alves 12 million. Jordan Rhodes 10 million. Rudy Justed 6 million. It's money down the River Tees. Well, if it was your money, put yourself in. I'm not in bed with Steve Gibson. I know him. I'm a fan of his. I think he's done magnificent for the club. But I'm not in bed with him. I'm giving my gut instinct in what I genuinely believe. There's only so long, if it was your money, would you keep blowing it in donkeys? Eventually you're going to say, do you know what, I ain't doing it. And I think that's what he's done. He's changed direction, looking for this, get the young players in, for all over. The only thing I would say regarding young players, we're getting young players for America and Australia. That tells me the academy's not really working. Yeah, we've had Hackney through, great. He's been in the team a couple of years, done brilliant, saved his millions. And if somebody comes in, he'll be gone. Dale Fry, local lad. Then there's been Ben Gibson, there's been Downing, there's been Johnson, Adam John. So we've did a fair bit, but all of a sudden it's came to, what have we got? Where are they? Why are we going to America for 19-year-old boys and 20-year-old? Why are we doing that? If we've got a under-21 academy, we let young Kavanagh go, scoring goals for fun, the 21s. We don't even give him an opportunity. See you later. I don't get that, especially when they're not scoring goals and we've not got a striker and this kid's banging in goals for fun. Is that not the name of the game? Scoring goals, is that not why you're classed as a striker? I don't get it. Right, I'll read a few more out and that's it. Andrew Hill says, the referee done Borough a favour. You're not kidding, Andrew. And last night's game with the sending off of the Norwich player, I thought Engel was outstanding. He was good. He was outstanding in last night's game. He was. Him and Howson for me was the pick of the bunch. Okay, listen, I'll read 2 more, 3 more. No controversy regarding the red card. Absolutely correct in law. So Collins, no buying into any nonsense. He says Howson was a legal challenge. The other lad was illegal. He deserved to get the red card. My opinion, watched it 3-4 times. Both were out of control initially. Howson never even get booked. Anyway, are we worried about it? No. We need a wee break, a wee bit of luck. Give Sonny Finch a run, highly rated. He is. I keep hearing this, Finch. Why not? Hi, Bernie. I thought the ref was the most creative player for us last night. 3-1 win. Good result. Not impressed. Okay. One more. This is it. Andy says, we'll never select Steve Gibson. He keeps us going. And without him, we wouldn't even be a championship team. I just think we never get what we need. I remember we needed an AM, a ST, sounds like some kind of disease, sexual disease, I don't know what that. We bought, right, okay, I'll read one more. Right, listen, thanks very much for joining us. Sorry for not reading these out. I'll plug the doors coming up. The Dovecot next Friday, before the Leeds United game. I'm in the Dovecot. If you want, the tickets are here, they're nearly all gone. 01642 246 714, £25 a head. So you dial 01642 246 714 if you want to come along, see Weeks. I'll be more or less chatting to him and he'll sing a song for sure. He thinks he's Frank Sinatra, but he's a fun guy, he's got some good stories, Weeks. So that'll be in the Dovecot, and you get a meal with that as well. You get a choice of 3 things. Good night, Bernard. Cheers, Catherine. And then we've got the 3 legends return, the original 3 legends, Mark McDonald, Derek Gates, myself. We're in the Dominus Club on the 3rd of May. Tickets going very well. Don't forget, it's still a month or 2 to go. I'm sure it'll be a great night. It'll be an opinionated night. There'll be egos there. There'll be maybe even a bit of fisticuffs. But it's going to be a lively night. And if you want to order your tickets, it's email 7.enterprises@hotmail.co.uk. That's the word 7, not the number. The word 7. Some people have been getting in touch and saying, oh, it's not going through. It's because you're putting the number. 7.enterprises@hotmail.co.uk. Thanks for joining us. There's a few games coming on the tail. I'm going to eat my dinner. Been around the day, jog. Wore my Mugger t-shirt. Keep praying for Big Mugger. Let's hope he's back sooner. Well, he'll be back soon, I'm sure. the touchline for Birmingham. Great that the fans are all behind him. Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers. Cheers. There we go.